Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome to this video. Now, I was watching the NXT special, The End or whatever, and when I got to the main event I realized something. Keep in mind, I don't watch NXT. I don't. So realistically, I don't care for any of the characters really. The matches, they aren't pulling me in as well because I don't know the characters. So I mean, you know, I'm trying to be unbiased here. But this cage match was really boring. And then I started thinking that I'm like, well, it wasn't that boring. I mean, there was that one good cage match. Yeah. That's kind of where I went. And I don't quite remember the last good cage match. Now, I'm not talking about Hell in a Cell or Elimination Chamber. Those matches are different. But a steel cage match does not work in modern WWE. And here's why. For one, okay, in a normal match, okay, the WWE has a formula at this point. Like, you know, you're going to have your toss on the beginning of the match inside the ring, somebody's going to go outside of the ring, they're going to jump out. You can't do that. Two, the drama of escaping the cage has gotten to a point where I don't think people normally take that chance. Where they think, oh, well, my finishing move would end it normally. Which is kind of weird because the trend in modern WWE is that your finisher never really ends the match the first time. You always have to hit it a second time. So why is it that they always try to end the match via pinfall or submission? Wouldn't it make more sense to, it's like, tie your opponent to the ropes and then just escape? Or, I don't know, kick them in the nuts and then run towards the door? And then I started thinking, and I'm like, you figure, it doesn't really work in that regard. You can't go outside the ring. You can't get weapons. So, basically, here's what you're doing, okay? You're creating drama that doesn't make sense in the whole escape the cage logic, because people don't do it anymore. You're taking away weapons, and you're taking away the ability to go outside of the ring. The camera angle gets all messed up because you have the cage in the way. And the only upsides that you get with a cage match are, one, you can throw your opponent into the cage. Woo! And the other upside is that the heel can't run away. That's it. So I really, if you're watching this video, comment with your favorite cage match. You know, steel cage. And if you can come up with anything, I'm going to be really pleasantly surprised. And try to keep this unbiased, because I get, you know, if two of your favorite wrestlers were fighting in a cage match, you're going to be like, oh, this was a great cage match. But, like, just objectively look at it. Because I cannot remember a single good steel cage match. And I just don't think this match type makes sense anymore. Because, for one, it never really ends a feud. I mean, I guess it does. It still ends feuds. And that statement's wrong. But it doesn't feel like an end to a feud. It doesn't really add anything to the match. Cage matches in general are kind of dull at this point. I even went online and started looking up cage matches, and I looked at the list of, like, that was like 10 cage matches, and none of them looked good. None of them stick out in my head. I don't ever remember hearing people talk about them. Like legitimately, when you think of best matches in WWE history, you know, you think your one-on-one matches, you know, Savage, Steamboat. You think ladder matches, you know, Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon. You think Money in the Bank, or, you know, big ladder matches, TLC matches, you know, WrestleMania, what, like 18, 17, something like that, I don't know. You know, Money in the Bank matches every year, the ladder match that happens at Mania. You think of those. You might think of a Hell in a Cell match. You know, people like Undertaker and Mick Foley. People like matches like that. And I never remember hearing anybody say their favorite match of all time was a steel cage match. So, if you have matches that I'm missing that maybe you're like, oh, this was a classic match, comment it. I'm being like dead serious. If a lot of people start saying it, I'll look it up, but realistically, nobody's gonna do that. So, but if you agree with me, comment saying that. Because I can't be the only person thinking this. Just can't be. If you disagree, feel free to comment why you disagree. I have no beef with that. If you like the video, like, comment, share it, subscribe. Because I will be uploading semi-regularly on this channel. Keep in mind, my main channel is MudlupWWE. I will be uploading predominantly on that. That's not wrestling stuff, that's gaming stuff, so. But I'm out. Peace out, I'm Skillets.